What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today we are back for the one that a lot of people have been asking us about, and that is, of course, the fan-made cards for the 350 million download celebration that's coming up. We wanted to give ourselves some time to look at all of these responses because we got 70 plus responses, and of course, because it's a dual Dokkan Fest, that officially means that it's going to be double that. So there was a lot for us to go over, and I am, of course, joined by the man himself, Nalar. Go and say hello, man.
Hey man, thanks for bringing me on. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to go through. So it took us a little longer than usual, of course, to wait through it because that's 74 times 2, a lot of cards to go through. And you guys came up with these amazing cards and decided to share it with us. The least we could do is at least read them. And unfortunately, we picked a few ourselves. So I think, Talon, you picked 3 today. It doesn't mean the other 71 were utter garbage or anything. It's just that for a video, he decided just to go with 3. Fine. It's actually 6 cards, 3 responses, but 6 cards. So yeah, let's dive right in.
So just remember, guys, again, like Nalar just stated, just because we're not able to pick yours, it's impossible to pick every single person's card, right? So we tried to go with the ones that we personally thought were either unique or we thought were the most likely to happen or anything like that. So don't be discouraged. You know, if you want to enter into the next one, we will have a link down in the description below for that one. It's gonna be a little different because we're not coming up on some kind of big celebration or anything, obviously, because this one is the big celebration one. The next one, we'll get into more details about it. Maybe we'll release a small little Twitter video on it, so make sure you follow us over on Twitter. But it's going to be focusing on fixing a category via a card. So whether you make a new card or you easy a current existing card, again, we'll get into more details about it as we make the sheet and everything. But that's what we're going to try and go for the next one, okay? And these aren't going to be like every week or anything like that. This is probably going to be maybe twice a month at most. We have this one currently right now, so probably coming up around the time the 350 million downloads comes out, or maybe just a little bit afterwards, we'll have the next one out. So do keep an eye out for that one. And let's go ahead and get started with the first fan one, which is on our individual responses of 73, coming from the name of John. So John, shout out to you, man. So his idea was a Super Vegito card. Of course, an LR rarity, which I think for the most part, all of us can probably assume it is going to be an LR rarity, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Typing is int, leader skill, stand out category, key +3, HP 170, attack and defense 150, or Majin Buu Saga category, key +3, HP attack and defense up 150. Right off the bat for the leader skill, that's definitely interesting. I want to check out what is it? Stand out category. If he gave me details on it, which it doesn't look like. Oh, new category. Characters of a higher power tier in battle. Kind of vague, but okay.
I mean, it means that Team A and Akatsuki are going to leave out some obvious choices.
They're going to leave some obvious choices for that one. All right, anyway, moving on. Let's take a look at the super attacks. 12 key super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns. 18 key attack greatly raises attack and defense for 6 turns. Okay. I mean, it's Super Vegito. We expect him to be super powerful, so I'm not against that. And because he's int, if you only pull 1 copy, he's not doing criticals or anything, so that's not terrible, actually. Yeah,
that's actually pretty decent.
Yep. All right, passive skill. The Almighty Super Patara Warrior. Key +3, attack +120, and defense. Guard activates when HP is 48% or below. Majin Buu Saga categories, allies, key +3, attack and defense up 15% when launching a super attack. Okay, so you give the support to their categories when you super attack.
Which means you want him in the first slot.
You definitely want him in the first slot, yes.
Right. So...
All right, definitely interesting. What I found personally interesting that, you know, he doesn't have counters or anything, but he does have guard when 48% below HP. But, you know, at the same time, he's not going to be a weak guy because greatly raising attack and defense for 3 turns with already having 120% defense, that's pretty good. You throw a support unit on there as well, boom, you're good to go basically. So
I think that's pretty good. I mean, of course, we've always associated counterattacks with Vegitos, you know, tanking. I think his tanking ability is going to be fine.
Absolutely.
We got to look at the links, whatever links he uses, but if there's any kind of defensive links in there, I think he'll be even better.
Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Fused Fighter, Power Sub by God, Golden Warrior, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, your typical Super Vegito links.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So
So, and then categories, Majin Buu Saga, Patara, Standout, which is the new one, Pure Sands, lol. Oh, that's rubbing salt on the wound right there.
He's just, the knife's in the back. He's just twisting it.
He's just twisting it right now. Super Saiyans and Last Resort. Not that bad global translation. All right. So overall, I'm again, it's a very simple card, but it's something I can see Akatsuki do, because you guys have to remember that there are times where, we see a lot of these crazy, what look like really fun passives and everything, but would Akatsuki really make that? Probably not. Still cool concepts and everything, but I just, when I saw this one, I was like, you know what? I could see everyone going for this, no problem. Even if people in the comments say they wouldn't go for this, I guarantee you the moment you saw the art probably and what his super attack looked like and what he was really doing on turn, you'd probably be like, okay, I got to summon for this guy now. So
yeah, this to me, if Akatsuki dropped this card, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Nope, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It would make them a ton of money. It'd get top grossing, all that stuff. So
yep.
All right, moving on to the second card that he submitted, though, is a Buu Ultimate Gohan, so Buuhan, LR typing, and this one's a physical, so that means Vegito was int, so he's only getting dodge, and this is a Buu, which is getting a free additional if you only have one copy of him. Leader skill, Endless Struggle category, key +3, stats up 170, and defense 130, so HP and attack 170, defense 130, or Majin Power category, key +3, stats up 150, okay? Let's take a look real quick at what the Endless Struggle category is. Person who is weaker to he/she is fighting and has to find multiple ways to beat their opponent. Interesting.
So like everything, but like every final form of a villain, like first form Cell,
first form Cell, second form Cell, even perfect Cell. In fact, LR Cell would work on there because technically he in that form, right. So, and again, definitely an interesting category. It depends on how Akatsuki would even want to attempt to make that, but it is what it is. And Majin Power, I personally like the Majin Power category. So,
love it. I love it. Oh my god, such a fun category. Hey, and this is for the global players. They're gonna get the Exchange Buu and Go Tanks in November for their thank you celebration.
Yep.
Yeah, guys. Honestly, I would say go for that Exchange Buu, man. Like honestly, he's that good. He is that good.
He's pretty good. He is very good. All right. Let's see. Super attack. 12 key super attack. Recovers 5% HP. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. 18 recovers 7% HP and greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns. All right. That's pretty good.
Fair. Standard fair. Yeah.
And then passive skill. Key +3, attack and defense up 120. Majin Buu Saga and Majin Power category allies attack and defense up 3% when HP is 90% or below. Attack and defense up 7% when HP is 70% or below. Attack and defense up 10% when HP is 50% or below. Attack and defense up 15% when HP is 30% or below. So this effect does not stack on each other. So basically, the less HP you have, the more attack and defense you'll give your allies. I see. The only thing about this is that if this was pre-link update, I would have boosted all of the support passive parts.
Right.
But with what they've got now, I mean, because you're mostly going to run this guy in a Majin Power category or an extreme Majin Buu Saga type category, I actually kind of think it's okay.
Yeah, I think the numbers they seem low, but you got to remember it's support. Like when we see this, like, oh, the lower HP you have, the higher defense and attack you have, that's more towards like the card themselves, like Bojack, right? But this is an actual support thing where it's like, okay, the lower your HP, the more support you give. It's an interesting concept, I will say. Whether or not the numbers he proposes need some fine tuning is I don't know, because if you go strictly Majin Power, you're very rarely going to be below 90%.
Oh yeah, HP. No, you're barely going to be below that. Yeah.
So 3%, because that 3%, if you're on a Majin Power team, doesn't seem too much. So maybe that needs a little tweaking. But I will say this: the concept is really cool. The numbers may need some changes, but with the way things are, I think it's okay.
Yep.
But yeah, it might need some tweaking. But other than that, it's really cool.
Yep, definitely. So, links to your typical Majin, Big Bad Bosses, Metamorphosis, etc. And then categories, again, typical Majin, typical Buuhan categories: Majin Buu Saga, Transformation Boost, Artificial Life Forms, yada yada. But yeah, overall, again, it sounds like a very simple concept, but could I see Akatsuki dropping something like this? Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I guess the only thing to add in, though, would be some kind of active skill, probably. But over than that, yeah, that's about what I expect.
Yep. Nope. I agree.
All right. So let's go on to the next one. We are going on from, I'm going to butcher this name. You can even ask my own students as I butcher their own names. Prasan Sarawat. I again butchered that name. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for your submission. First card they've got for their super typing is a Super Saiyan 3 Goku / so an exchange unit, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. LR rarity, obviously, and typing is AGL. Ooh, AGL definitely needs help on that Extreme Super Battle Road. Okay, leader skill, Universe Defender or Resurrected Warrior category. Okay, so this would be a Resurrected Warrior category. Okay, key +3, HP and attack 170, or looks like he didn't finish typing out the end of it. I'm gonna guess 130% defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that.
Yeah, I'll make that assumption right there. All right, Universe Defender. Did he say what the category is? Will include all the heroes who have faced off against planetary level threats. Okay. I mean, so I have an idea of what that is in my head, but yeah, it could be very different.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, as much as people like to make new categories, the way he worded it is kind of vague, so it leaves a lot of room for interpretation. So knowing Akatsuki with room of interpretation, they're going to leave off some obvious staple units and piss everyone off. So
yeah, pretty much. So all right, 12 key super attack raises defense for 1 turn, lowers attack. 18 key super attack, Super Spirit Bomb raises attack and defense for 1 turn and lowers the enemy's attack. Okay. Passive skill, we got a bit of a long one here. Attack and defense up 90%. Key +3, attack and defense up 30% for every attack performed, up to 6 key, and attack and defense up 90%. Attack +30% on launching an ultra super attack. By the way, thank you so much for breaking things up with the semicolon. That definitely helps with reading it. Gains an additional attack, which has a high chance to become a super attack if 3 or more AGL or STR key spheres are obtained, or does a critical hit if 3 or more tech or int key spheres are obtained, or guards against all attacks if 3 or more physical key spheres are obtained. Now, this is the main reason I picked this one, because I love these kind of concepts on using different orbs and everything. The Broly trio introduced it, and we're not even done with the passive yet, but I like that. So basically, instead of giving attack and defense to your allies, it's helping the unit out itself. So if it's tech or int, you're going to get critical attacks. If it's SCR or AGL orbs, you're going to gain an additional. And then if you are physical, then you guard, which I think is pretty cool.
Yep. Unique concept. I like it.
Yep. And then active skill, change into Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta for 3 turns, can be activated when 3 or more turns have passed and HP is 59% or less. Vegeta passive, attack and defense up 50%. Key +2, attack and defense up 50%. Key +2, HP +2%, attack and defense up 20% per orb obtained. Turns all key spheres to AGL upon the first appearance only. Change back into Goku after 3 turns have passed post active skill.
Okay.
The only thing I'm not a fan of is the HP is 59% or below. I get the idea. It's only 3 turns, so you could possibly see that on something like Super Battle Road, and I guess later into a longer event, depending on how it goes. I kind of like it though, because Vegito is kind of the way I look at Vegeta. It's kind of like a last ditch effort.
Yep.
So I don't mind the whole key +2, HP 2%, and attack and defense up 20% per orb attained. I don't mind that, because again, it's more of a last ditch effort, and then after that you're kind of weak, and then you'll exchange back into Goku. So I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty thematically on point, to be honest. And and the fact that it's basically an exchange for 3 turns, and then you go back to what it was before, which is still really good.
Yeah, which is still really good, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool, unique concept that he put together here. So props to him.
All right, so links: Over in a Flash, Fierce Battle, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Supreme Power, Legendary Power, and Limit Breaking Form. So typical Super Saiyan 3 Goku links. And then categories: Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Resurrect Warriors, Pure Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, and Otherworld Warriors. So that's actually buffing the other. Wait, is that? Oh, because Vegeta technically is Angel, isn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't state it here, but I'm guessing that's why he puts it in that category. Otherwise, he can't be in that category. Okay. Overall, I'm impressed. You know, I like the concept of what the Super Saiyan 3 Goku does the most, I think.
Yeah, I do too. 100%.
All right, moving on to the second card now is a Kid Buu LR, and he is an STR typing. Okay. So the only thing that goes against is that you basically make that SR fat or kind of fit fat Buu type thing. You know, he Dokkan awakens into the Kid Buu who's dancing in his art, but again, that guy's not really good, so no one's really going to care. Majin Buu Saga and Planetary Destroyer categories, key +3, stats up 170. Okay, so I'm guessing Planetary Destroyer, all villains who are planetary level threats will be in the category. Okay.
Frieza cells,
typical stuff like that. Yep. Majin, so super attacks, Toki super attack raises attack and greatly lowers enemy defense. Okay, so he stacks attack. And 18 key super attack raises attack, so it continues to stack it, and massively lowers defense, enemy's defense, and HP plus 10% recovered. Okay. Let's see. Passive skill. Key +3, attack and defense up 120, attack plus 80% on super attack, and guard against all attacks after the super attack is launched. Recovers 25% of the damage sustained during the turn at the end of the turn. Launches an additional attack which has a medium chance to become a super attack, and does critical hits against Majin Buu Saga enemies. And then we're going to the active skill. Causes ultimate damage, raises allies' attack by 35%, and it's a critical hit. So Buu being the crazy power that he was from the manga, just being super powerful, essentially. He's an all-in-one card, essentially.
Yeah. Start of turn, key 3, 120 attack and defense, attack on super attack, 80% attack on super attack, and guard against all attacks after the super's launch. Okay. And then recovers. So this is the unique part. And this is what I have to restate this. Recovers 25% of the damage sustained during the turn at the end of the turn. We'd never had that before.
Right.
I don't think. So that's a new mechanic, which is pretty cool. And launches an additional. Yeah. I mean, overall, he's, like you said, encompasses everything. Jack of all trades, but actually really good in all the trades. So yeah,
and I don't think anyone should really be surprised at this card, because ever since we got, over this last, few months, we've gotten some pretty powerful cards. So I mean, just look at the most recent Ultimate Gohan, right? He is an all-in-one card. His links are but overall as a card, nobody can deny that he is super strong, defends against everything. So I have no problem believing to see a Buu like this. I really don't. So
yeah, I agree 100%.
All right, and then links are your typical links that you'd see from a Kid Buu, categories that he belongs to, and then we already talked about the category itself, the planetary level threats. So yeah, again, maybe sounds very simple compared to some of the other cards that people have probably seen or submitted, but overall, I like the concepts that the Super Saiyan 3 Goku brought, because we definitely need a new one. And then the Kid Buu is very powerful, and he doesn't overlook the physical support one. We'll have to wait and see what Int Extreme or the Int EZA does, though, which will not come until after the 350 million download celebration. So
yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Well, no, he looks good. Thank you for the submission. I'm gonna take us up. Prasan Saraswat? I think that's how you say it.
Like I said, I'm sorry we potentially butchered your name.
We completely butchered it, but
I'm sorry.
We tried.
Hold on, Eagle Mendesai. All right, final one. We're going to hear submitted by Sippin' Hot Cocoa. So he is going to be a fusion between the living and the dead Goku and Vegeta Angel. goes into a Vegito and into a Super Vegito. Okay, so he basically takes care of any kind of name problems or anything like that, which is good. It's an LR and it's an STR typing. Okay. Leader skill, Majin Buu Saga category, key +3, attack up 170, HP and defense up 150. I have no problem with that. Or joined forces category, key +3, HP and attack +170, defense +130. Does he mention I'm gonna just go into the mentions of the this is a long one, by the way. Majin Buu Saga and Joint Forces category need better leads, more Buu Saga, but Joint Forces currently only has 150 via the LR Cow King Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. If Joint Forces were to be instead to be a new category, I go with Arrogant category. And it consists of characters like Super Saiyan Vegeta, Ultimate Gohan, Buuhan, Cell, etc., who lose because they let their power get to their head. Okay. Although I don't know if that really fits Vegito though, because he never really did that himself. He planned it all out. So, anyway, so let's take a look what his super attacks does. Super attack, Hellzone Grenade and Meteor Blast raises defense and causes immense damage and raises allies attack by 30%. Quote: Sand Prince will not fall again. That's
stacking defense.
Yeah, right? That's stacking defense. Yep, that just raises defense. Okay. We'll get into how they transform and everything in the passive skill, I'm assuming. Vegito super attack causes immense damage and greatly raises defense. Okay. And Super Vegito transforms super attack Spirit Sword, causes immense damage. I'm guessing this is all supposed to be colossal damage because you made it an LR. So either the LR is supposed to be a TUR or the immenses are all supposed to be colossal and mega colossal damage.
Yeah.
Then okay, so anyway, Spirit Sword causes the amount of damage, greatly raises attack and defense, and lowers the enemy's attack. Okay. Definitely powerful. Okay. Definitely powerful. Passive skill. So this is obviously starting off as just Goku and Vegeta. Attack and defense up 90%, reduces damage by 30%, launches 2 additional attacks that have a great chance of becoming the super attacks. Fuse into Vegito when conditions are met. Conditions: fuse when 4 turns have passed from the start of battle, or fuse immediately when facing a Majin Buu Saga category enemy.
Okay.
Okay, that's not bad. Passive skill for base Vegito. Attack and defense up 100%. Oh, sorry. Attack up 100% and defense up 90%. Reduces damage received by 40%. A great chance of evading an enemy's super attack and countering with tremendous power. So only countering the super attack. Okay. Go Super Saiyan can be activated the following turn after fusing into Vegito. So basically the following turn. Okay.
Okay.
Super Vegito, is that all you've got? Attack 160, defense 130. Guard activated against all attacks. All allies reduce damage received from attacks by 25%. Reduces damage received from super attacks by an additional 15% for a total of 40 with each attack received. Superclass allies, key +3, attack and defense up 20%. When facing a transformation boost or Majin power category enemy, dodge and counter enemy super attacks with tremendous power. Okay, so he's a support unit. He's a strong attacker in defense. He mitigates damage based on every attack that you receive. And when you're facing off against a transformation boost and or Majin power category enemy, you dodge and counter enemy super attacks with tremendous power. All right, then. Damn. I mean, he's Super Vegito. He's super powerful, right? Not surprised.
I don't see an issue with how he framed all of it. So
nope. I mean, and I like that you can have him as a support unit because that means he'll survive going further on into the future. You know, he's super powerful and everything. So links when these Goku and Vegeta prepare for battle, fierce battle, shocking speed. Wow. Solid support, experienced fighters, Sand Pride, Sand Warrior race. When he's Vegito, Sand Pride becomes fused fighter, and solid support becomes Brainiacs. Okay. And when he goes Super Vegito, Brainiacs becomes Super Saiyan, and Sand Warrior race becomes power bestowed by God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds fine.
And unfortunately, we don't have time to go into all of this. He just includes a ton of potential arts and essay animations and everything with images and just everything. So, you know, he says like Super Vegito has the same pose as physical Super Vegito, but with the Namek Goku Super Saiyan aura. So just a more updated sprite and everything, which is cool. So,
yep.
Definitely really cool. All right. And the categories: Super Saiyan, Potara, Majin Buu Saga, Joint Forces, and Last Resort. And then join forces would either be a new category, like you stated before, if join forces. I do actually agree with that. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of join forces personally myself. I would probably either add a new category in, or I would use a, it's probably gonna be a typing realistically, or I would just include another category that needs a boost potentially. Maybe a Super Saiyan category. We haven't actually seen a new Super Saiyan category. Do they need it? No, but we haven't seen a Super Saiyan category since Namek Goku. So aside from the LRs that you get, that way.
Yeah. So. The thing is, I think they recognize we need a new Majin Buu Saga category lead. So I think for the dual Dokkan Fest, both of them will lead Majin Buu Saga. Maybe one is super type Majin Buu Saga, the other one's extreme, or they just both do Majin Buu Saga. And because it's Akatsuki, they'll probably, instead of doing a typing, they'll probably do another category just because.
Yeah.
They
we'll have to wait and see, though.
Categories.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. But that's how I would figure it'd go. But overall, Super Vegito, he looks very, very good. For the most part, if they drop this, I could believe it. There's a couple things that might change in terms of number tweaks, but in terms of mechanics, I think this is all feasible from what we have currently in the game. So
yeah, no, definitely. So, all right, let's go into the part 2, which will be the last part of this card. Is going to be a Majin Buu Gotenks, which goes into a Buuhan, which then goes into a Kid Buu, LR, and AGL typing. And again, he's using immense damage, so I'm wondering if he means for this to be a TUR, but I'm not really sure. Leader skill, absorption category, key +3, stats up 170 and defense 150. So attack HP and attack up 170, defense 150. Artificial life forms category, key +3, HP attack 170, defense 130. So absorption category, what does he say for this? Doesn't really mention anything about it. All right. So I mean, what I think of absorption is obviously somebody who can absorb somebody / absorb attacks and kind of regenerate type of thing. But again, I could be wrong. So. Yeah,
like Super 17.
Yep.
Like Android 13, right?
Yep. Exactly.
All the cells. So basically, a lot of androids, but you could add basically androids and boos. So. Yep. All right, moving on.
All right, super attack. Super donut chain raises attack, so stacks attack, causes immense damage, and seals the enemy's super attack. When you go into Buuhan, greatly raises defense and causes immense damage to the enemy. And when you go Kid Buu, greatly raises attack and defense and causes immense damage and heals 12%. Okay. Passive skill. Feasible. So this is where we're going to find out how they change and go up to Kid Buu. So passive skill. So when you're Buu tanks, you'll get attack up 100%, defense up 70%, superclass enemies attack and defense -30%, extreme class allies key +3, attack and defense up 30%, medium chance to dodge the enemy's attacks, including super attacks, absorb Ultimate Gohan when conditions are met. All right.
That's pretty good. That's very solid. Yeah.
Very
supporting
solid,
and debuffing. Yeah. So.
Yep. All right, absorption conditions. Absorb Ultimate Gohan after 4 turns have passed from the start of the battle, or absorb immediately when facing a Majin Buu Saga category enemy.
Okay.
Ultimate Gohan, passive skill. Attack up 110%, defense up 80%, absorb Ki Blast super attacks with barrier, and heals 10%. All allies, Ki +3, attack and defense up 35%.
Well, that's a new mechanic.
That's a new mechanic with the Ki Blast absorbing barriers, which I kind of like.
I do like that. It is kind of niche, though, because you have to, 1, know where the super attack is, 2, be in the spot of the super attack, and then 3, hope that it's a Ki Blast one.
Yeah, I hope it's a beam.
So.
but still an interesting concept. I think still an interesting
I like the concept. Might need to be executed a little differently, but I think the concept's really cool.
Yep. All right, and then finally, going into Kid Buu, can be activated the following turn after becoming Buuhan. All right, so very simple. So very basically mirrors the Vegito. Passive skill for the Kid Buu: attack 170, defense 80, reduces damage received by 35%, medium chance to dodge attacks, including super attacks, high chance to dodge super attacks and counter with tremendous power. Heals by 20% of dealt damage when facing a last resort or Kamehameha category enemy.
Heals by 20% of damage. Okay. Okay.
I can get behind that. I definitely get behind that.
So his dodging mechanic.
It's very similar to AGL Khalifa. Yeah, it's very similar to that. So
I think that's fine.
Yeah. I personally have no problem with it.
Damage reduction, chance to dodge. You know,
he's super powerful. He's Kid Buu, right? Just like as Kid Buu would always be. So.
Yep. So I agree.
Yep. And one thing to note though is when he goes into Kid Buu, that's something you activate personally. That's an active skill, so you can activate that whenever you want. Going Buuhan though, that happens automatically. And then I think with Super Vegito as well, it doesn't say active skill, so maybe Vegito is just automatic, which I guess is fine. Doesn't really matter.
No. He 4 turns to the turn, he goes to Vegito.
He goes to Vegito, right? So that's automatic.
And the next turn, it's an active skill. Goes Super Saiyan.
Does he say active skill?
After, yeah, it does. Active skill and this now, here and now. So, yeah.
Oh, it is an active skill. Got it. Okay, sorry, that was my bad. All right. So anyway, so that's Kid Buu. And then he's got his links. Typical Buu links there. Buuhan gets shocking speed and replaces over in a flash, and then Kid Buu gets wall standing tall, which becomes big bad bosses. So actually, wow, he lets Kid Buu keep shocking speed. I'm surprised about that.
Yeah. The other thing I thought he would have would be infinite regeneration. So
yeah,
he might need to get rid of fear and faith for that.
I would probably say so. When he goes Buuhan, over in a flash becomes shocking speed. I don't think that's nothing normal.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Fear and faith would probably then become big, or actually, I'd probably make wall standing tall become big bad bosses because Buuhans have big bad bosses.
Yep.
And then when he goes Kid Buu, probably replace fear and faith with
infinite regeneration.
Infinite regeneration, yeah, that's probably what I would say. But overall, typical links that you'd expect. Pretty good. So yeah.
Yeah.
Again, tons of awesome, clips and everything to show what they would do and everything like that. So absolutely appreciate it. Categories: transformation boost, artificial life forms, Majin Buu, Majin power, absorption, and last resort. And then we already went over the categories and everything. So yeah, very in-depth, which is awesome, man. Thank you so much for the submission. Again, a few changes here and there, but overall, I was very impressed. So
yeah, thanks a lot for going through all the details. Very much appreciate it. And the only thing we would have criticized is just if this was an LR, they would need 2 super attacks.
Yep.
Mega colossal and mega colossal damage, which it's fine. I'm sure most of you guys, this is like the one either the first time or you've done this a couple times, but this particular one by Sippin' Hot Cocoa is pretty good. If they drop this, I go all in.
Yep.
Granted, exactly. I go all in on pretty much everything, but let's just be real. If this was
details.
Yeah, the devil's in the details. So.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, there we go, guys. These are my top 3 picks that I personally just liked. Again, there were so many that I went through and I debated on which ones to talk about and everything, but these 3 stood the most out to me. I definitely took, I think, more of a realistic approach on it, knowing that it's going to be Majin Buu Saga and everything, which is, that's just the way I look at things. Make sure you check out part 2, though. Nolar's got a lot more that he's going over and some different ones, obviously. So, any last more things to talk about, man?
So no, thank you very much for all your submissions. Again, we're sorry we can't get to all of your submissions on both of our videos. Just know we still appreciate it and continue to submit it. If they catch your eye, we think it's really good, we'll put it up on the next one. So, and just to do some housekeeping stuff, realistically, we probably could do at most 2 of these a month, probably once every 2-3 weeks. We're probably going to aim for Dokkan Fest when they're about to drop. Like when we have an idea from V-Jump or whatever, we'll probably throw one out there and get you guys to fill a form. Because we are very well ahead of the 350, because 350 should be in about 3 weeks as of this recording. Mm-hmm. We're going to have another form down in the below. I think Tal and I discussed this. He said in the beginning, we would like you guys to improve a category. And the category we're picking is Otherworld Warriors. Now, either you make a new card, or you take an existing Otherworld Warrior card and give it an easy area, however you want to do. Pick and choose your way of improving the Otherworld Warriors categories. In the description below, there's the form. And we're looking forward to seeing what you guys have. And it'll be in a few weeks before we record our videos for that. But again, we love the community. We love the fact that you guys are have these tremendous creative ideas and are willing to share with us. And we're very grateful that you all would share with us. So, yeah.
Yep, definitely, guys. So thank you so much for everyone that stopped by. As usual, again, check the description for all the extra information. We'll have it down there. And, of course, part 2 into Nalar's video where we're talking about the other cards. So anyway, though, guys, that's going to be it for the video, though. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments, as always. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Until next time, everyone, we'll see you all in the next one. Johnny.